Hello, this is Dr. J.
I'll show you around.
Dr. J. Arjun and apparently Dr. J again, streaming live. Long Dr. J is also in Medellin, Colombia.
Yeah.
And Arjun is coming to you live from Oakland, California.
That is.
I know you like my name. I'll sell it to you real cheap. Make me an offer. You got it.
Oh. Let me make you an offer.
You
buy the website too.
The name is for sale, Jake.
Does it come with stockpicks.com or is it just the name?
I'll throw on the website for the right price.
Wow. Generous man.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I'll make you an offer.
So we were just talking before the air, noting that people are making money in this market. People who know nothing, people who just buy the S&P and hold it forever, are enjoying gains. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the diamonds are enjoying gains. You don't have to be smart. We're smart and we're losing money, so something doesn't make sense. So the key takeaway here is you have to adapt. When the market tells you something, you have to listen. The market is telling you that biotech is dreck right now.
Right now.
You have to respect that.
Yeah, I like that it bounced off the 200 nicely, though, the IBB and the XBI. But yeah, your point is noted. There's some risk.
And also the EV market dried up at the same time. Technology, big tech dried up at the same time. What was working for traders is now not working for traders.
Yep. Basically, you got to be invested in like waste management right now.
Waste management, water, gold, I don't know, Bitcoin. What do I know? You buy the diamonds and you buy the spiders and forget about the market.
I bought the dips.
Well, you know, I trimmed a lot. I was 12.5% cash on Tuesday, and now I'm about 28% cash. And I got rid of all my garbage. At least I hope what I perceived of as garbage, along as some of the quality names that I had, because I took off. I trimmed from everywhere. So we got a lot of comments here about the market, people chiming in. Let's go through some of them. Wow, 1 million comments. Go through some of them. The sentiment on this show is that today was not a good day. At least not.
Means we got a lot of bio investors. That's what that's what it means.
Because that's what we are. We are bio investors, and it's tough to make a living in bio land. Dan is not scared.
I love it. I love the conviction.
ABAP, Sava, Anovis, CPXR.
I'm not scared about the dips.
Another one that's brave. Dan and Jake are brave.
I'm doing the same. I've been selling puts on bios all week. I'm excited.
What I did is I added to some, but I sold an awful lot of them. I added to DMTK today. I added to the other day. I added to Anovis, but I'm not doing well with these additions. That's the thing.
Yeah, my stem got crushed this week.
I bought BCRX at 10 also. Look, I see the same thing you see, and I'm vulnerable to these kind of attractive looking prices.
You know what I realized? March is always the worst month for me. There's always March. Last year was the same.
Well, March was very bad last year.
Yeah, last year was COVID though. Is that a you thing or a COVID thing?
Spike, do you on?
See the patterns, you know. I don't know.
Do you mean even like 2019, 2018 this happened to you?
No, it was great.
Okay.
No, it's definitely a COVID thing. But I'm just saying, out of superstition, March not a good month.
You want to know something strange with me? I always make a lot of money around Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Abraham Lincoln.
I do too. I do too. February is a good month for me, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. February and January is great.
But it's not only in the market. If I go to the track on February 11th, 12th, I'll hit the triple for $500.
There you go.
I just very lucky that time of year.
Love it.
My best month for sure, November and December, always. Every single year.
This year, December was my best month for sure.
Yeah, that was BCRX.
Exactly. Yeah. It was awesome.
When I see TGTX, I think of big techs.
Yeah, big techs have the best cow during the rodeo one time. Yeah, he won the award.
I think Spike is having trouble. You on, Spike?
Spike, you're really choppy. It's messing up the feed.
Are you in your car?
Yeah.
My car, yeah.
All right, don't talk.
Yeah, just go on mute. We can't. You're super laggy.
On later.
Oh wow, this guy bought BCRX 15 pre-market. I might have sold to him.
Yeah.
The market rallied towards the end. Greg brings us some good news. We really have a turnout today for some reason.
Oh yeah.
We got 1 million people here.
Wow. It's pretty popular.
It's a windy day in Long Island, New York.
Yeah, it's a really weak. Well, I mean, like, you mean figuratively or like literally? It's a windy day.
No, literally.
Oh, okay.
Cat is getting slaughtered by ABCL. I never heard of that one.
Yeah, I never heard of that one either.
Abcelera. What in the world?
Well, if you're getting slaughtered by it, just get out of it and get slaughtered by something else. Go into something else and you can get slaughtered.
How's Galway metal doing?
You were out today, Greg? Yeah. It was an okay day. Fresh trim. Yeah, I had a fresh trim on my haircut.
Looks good, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oil is up. I have a very little exposure to oil. GCX at 31 pulled Tom out. Sector rotation. I think it's my rotation. I'm moving a lot of money around. I'm selling and buying, so maybe it's me. I'm the rotation.
Sure. Yeah, well, I was in heavy cash a month ago. Now I'm back.
I was too, Jake.
Yeah. Thanks to Kamal. I appreciate Kamal.
Kamal had nailed that call. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It saved me at least something in the 5 figures. I was very grateful.
ATHX, I had a trim along with a lot of other stocks that I like a lot. I trimmed a little, about 20% I trimmed.
Yeah.
Well, I am buying some biotechs. I'm adding to my Dermatech. What else am I buying? BCRX I'm buying. But very few. I've been selling mainly. getting rid of them because it doesn't seem to matter how good they are. They're going down. So I'll wait for the dust to settle a little bit before coming back in.
Yeah, I liked the close today. The close made me more confident for sure, but still not ideal.
It doesn't really mean much. It's a long weekend, and who knows what Monday will bring.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You got a coin?
It's a long weekend.
The coin has been coming out the wrong way lately.
Wait, why is it a long weekend?
It's next week, right?
No, it's not a long weekend, but it's still a long weekend.
Seems like a pretty normal length weekend to me.
Yeah, but when you're losing money every day in the market, it's a long weekend. Pot's still good. Well, pot has been neutral, I would say. I haven't made much money on my pot stocks, but I haven't lost.
Yeah.
It's been okay. Heavy loaded up on TGTX. I was thinking of buying more TGTX. It's one of the few that I didn't trim.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm massively underrated and even more massively misunderstood.
I don't know who's rating you, but I guess they're underrating you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we get a 3-day weekend next weekend. All right, that sounds fair. So what do we want to look at? We want to look at some of the big usual names: BCRX, ATHX.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else.
STPK.
CPK, yeah.
That one cost me a lot of money. STPK.
Oh yeah.
I dumped it.
You did?
Yeah, I dumped it.
Oh, thanks, Cat. I'm telling you, in smart infrastructure and renewable is going to be big in April.
I might come back in, but for now, I dumped it.
Yeah, like Biden have like a $3 trillion plan for renewables.
I want to look at Netflix. It has an interesting chart.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Cat is pretty awesome herself.
Yeah, you should keep that comment on. Oh man,
You like that comment?
yeah, that's great. Just keep it on the entire show. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
We'll just chart how much our cat likes Jake.
Yeah.
We chart our popularity. Just.
Yeah, Pete. Apparently, it's recovered a bit towards the end. All right.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know what's a good infrastructure play, and I'll buy out within 6 to 12 months, says John. And what's a good yeah, all right. So those are the kinds of questions. PHO, is that PHO? Can't see. All right, we'll get around to all of these things.
Yeah. You want to chart some macro stuff first? Or you want to go straight into
why
it?
not? I'll chart the maybe the Qs, the IBB.
Yeah, just to get a little lay of the land going into next week.
All right.
People know what they're doing.
Yep. Spike might be home now. He is trying to get on again.
Yeah, if you want, you can chart STPK next, and then I got off.
Okay, STPK.
Yeah. Just take the comment off the screen whenever you chart.
Okay. Okay, Jake, you have an official admirer. It looks like we have Spike without his face.
Yeah, he's like rumbling around. here.
Yeah, he's around somewhere.
Hey, Spike, go on mute. Go on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll put him on mute. Trying to
Just
put
what?
him on mute. I put him on mute. Is the interference better? Hope so. Everything was up. I mean, you name it. It was up across the board. Gold, oil, the Russell, the Nasdaq, the Dow, the S&P. Well, we said we want to look at the Nasdaq, which recovered nicely.
The tech stuff, yeah.
So the Qs were probably up about the same. So maybe I'll do the Qs. About the same looking chart, but similar. Yeah, very similar. Okay, so the key low is the day that I bought it on the show at 298 back here. And it turned around and hasn't looked back since. But it was a frightening episode yesterday for the Qs.
Yeah.
It's going to dip pretty low.
100 is trying to be support.
Yeah, made a low at 307. So we have higher lows now, if you like. But at the same time, if you look at the high that it put in after that 298 low, that was 324, and we made a lower high as well at 321, and another lower high. No, that's the only one. So we have actually lower highs and higher lows. One of them will prevail, obviously. They both can't continue.
Mm.
One is saying we're in a bull market potentially, and the other one is saying we're in a bear market potentially. So pick your poison. But the good news is it'll be resolved very shortly, according to this picture, right?
Seems like it. What's
Yep.
that? The next couple weeks for sure.
Yep. It'll be resolved by next week. It should be a clear-cut direction, up or down. At least on the NASDAQ. And if you let's look at the broader picture here. We have a pretty clear-cut ABC correction off the top here.
Yeah.
338 was the top here, and this is pretty clear-cut ABC, which I like. So let's take the bullish point of view. Maybe the worst of it is over.
I would agree, especially based on that low that was
point of view, because one, I'm an optimist, and two, it seems logical.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, we didn't have much of a correction at all off the top. Top being 338 to 298, 40-point correction. So, well, it's 40 points off of 338. It's about 13%.
Mm-hmm.
Not that much, but not that little either. It's a typical correction, right? Pretty typical.
Yeah, I mean, all these indices gave back all of their gains that they had over the last 3 months in a matter of a couple weeks, so it's still somewhat significant, but
Yeah, but the SPX is hardly off its highs. It's very close to its all-time highs.
It's true.
You want to look at that?
Yeah, we can look at that. We can look at IBB. We can look at, I guess Jake's gone, so STPK.
STPK, yeah. We will look at that, even though I sold all of mine. I bought too much of it, and I said I'm tired of losing money on it, so
Yeah.
I'll look to get into something that's not losing me money. I haven't been that fast to buy too many other things, so I've accumulated more cash than trading from one stock to another.
Yeah, well, if next week confirms the directionality, maybe you can start scaling back in.
Yeah, I'm not that far, you know. I didn't go 40% cash, about 28%.
Look at that candle. Beautiful.
It is a beautiful candle. The S&P is very strong. Is this an all-time high today? Very close.
Close, yeah.
Okay.
And you love seeing that 50-day potentially acting as some support going forward. That would be nice.
39.81. It's a couple of points away.
Yeah.
That's it. It's going to make an all-time high tonight. So look, the S&P making all-time highs, the Dow making all-time highs. The Qs should straighten out.
Yep.
And the IBB should eventually straighten out too, no matter what the Democrats try to pass in Congress. They want cheap drugs.
Agreed.
They want cheap drugs.
Yeah, and Biden, I think, wants to triple the amount of funding for biotech as well. I think he was saying from like 0.7% up to 2%.
That's a good thing.
I know. I mean, maybe I said that too somberly. That
Yeah.
gets me excited.
Yeah. The thing is, if you want cheaper drugs, fine. Make it cheaper for the biotech companies to bring drugs to market.
Mm-hmm.
Then it works. Works for me. We have a natural trend line in the 200 here on the IBB. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, the 200's been acting as support for all the bio indices that matter.
Yeah.
And so I'm not worried personally until that breaks with.
And I also like the close today on the IBB.
Yes, that long tail is nice.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into some actual bios.
Yeah,
My
definitely.
favorite, I'll do first because it's my personal favorite.
Biotech, yeah. Yeah, I have no position here. I should start one at some point.
No, I wrote it up on the website. It was, I think, 57, and then it promptly went to 64,
Yep.
only to collapse down to a low of about 45 today.
Right.
The good news is this key low was not taken out at $40. And as long as that's not taken out, I'm very, very happy to keep buying this one, nibbling at this point.
Yeah.
I don't want to overdo it because I don't want to get indigestion. So I don't want to eat. I don't want to nibble too much. Just a little nibble.
Yeah.
I don't mind nibbling on the way back up. Even more so.
Sounds like any dip to 40 is an auto buy, though.
As long as it doesn't go below 40 and ultimately go below this low, then
And it looks like the
then it's
50.
in free fall.
Yeah, the 50 might be some resistance, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, but really, we don't. That 40 should hold.
Yeah.
$40 should definitely hold. Well, it looks like we had an engulfing, bearish engulfing today on this one. It looks that way without just eyeballing it. You can't really tell on the top whether it was a high. It might have been a higher high yesterday. I don't know. But
Well, you can see. So wait, go to today's candle. Yeah, the high today was higher by about 13 cents.
Okay, so we had a bearish engulfing, but it does not come at the top of the market. So I almost discount those.
Right, right.
It's not, it depends on where those engulfings take place. So if it's in a bear market or in a downturn, I'm not that impressed, but I don't like it, but I'm not that scared of it.
Yeah, a lot of bios looked kind of similar today in this way, I think, based on the ones I've seen.
Well, this one clearly did not recover. The index did recover.
Yeah.
Let's do another bio or two or three or four. Name one.
Well, BCRX is an obvious one.
Okay, let's do the obvious one. Let me also go and unmute Spike's mic and see how he's doing.
Oh, he's here. Okay, there we go.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Spike. How's
Hello.
your audio? Can you talk?
Can I talk? I'm capable of talking. Can you
Okay.
listen?
Audio sounds great.
Sound is loud and clear also.
Okay, wonderful. I aims to please.
Yeah, so we're all kind of getting over a tough week.
Please. I think I'm red down the line.
So Kat,
That's why I'm smiling.
Kat says hi to you.
Yep, I see that. Hello, Kat. Definitely a tough week because I'm still in Codex. I don't know about the rest of you.
Now, Kat has a lot of guts. Not only did she buy DMTK, which has been in a free fall, she
Yes.
bought KNSA, which is in a free fall.
So did I. This was a bad Monday to buy stuff.
Well,
because that's when we had all that great news for both companies, BCRX, Kinsa, and Dermatech was even looking good at the beginning of the week.
Biotech was up to 64 off of my write-up on the website on Friday. On Monday it popped, only to give it all back.
Yeah.
BioChris had an engulfing at the wrong time. You see this?
Can you take the comment off again?
Okay.
I was hiding. That's a nice picture of me.
This is a very big engulfing candle, and it came at the top of the market.
Right.
We don't like such engulfing candles. High of 1424, and it totally engulfed the entire week. Was engulfed by that candle. That was a very yucky poo candle. And it's no wonder, even with the market being dead, it's no wonder it sold off anyway, off of that candle. The good news is it may have been done. When I published my article in Stocks and Commodities magazine on the engulfing candle, I found that the ideal hold was about 3 to 4 days, and we had our 3 days after. That might be it. So who knows?
Well, from your mouth to God's ear, Dr. J.
Yeah, let's hope this is a very strong low and that it won't challenge it again. Up and away.
We're going to look at Kanska since it's the same basic idea.
Yes, but this is one. That one was in free fall altogether.
Right.
Yeah, it was the same. It was the same day. It had really good earnings that everybody was expecting. It gave those great earnings and then dropped like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the PDUFA. Yeah.
PDUFA, right? That was the announcement they had.
I actually paid under $10 at one point for this one.
Yeah, me too.
Today.
Me too.
Well, good on you.
But the thing is, I've been selling a lot of stuff. I'm only buying DMTK and BCRX. Trying to think what else I bought in Bioland. Not much.
Did you do any Sava when it took a little dip?
I bought Salva, but not perfect timing.
Okay.
Yeah, I started a position there.
Because it gave people an in.
Novus. I added to Anavex. I added to my favorite bios, and I sold off a ton of them. And I trimmed a ton of them. All right.
KNSA.
KNSA.
Yeah, this one I want to enter. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, you were pretty happy about you were pretty effusive about this one last week. Before that, Mrs. Lincoln.
It's not for me. You know, I took one look at this chart and I said, not my kind of gamble. When they're in free fall, they scare me. Although it did have a recovery candle basically yesterday, and not really verified today, but
I'm gonna watch Monday closely, and I might start a position here.
Today was neutral.
Right.
What a huge dip off the highs with that huge candle on Friday.
Yeah, when I bought it for 20 and a quarter, I thought I was getting a bargain.
That's one hell of a big candle. Wow.
Well, this market doesn't like good news.
All I can say is maybe on this one. I'm still not interested in adding to my positions. I got it down to under 50, which I'm happy about. From over 80 to under 50, the number of stocks that I own. What next? So my feeling is, you want to go into this one, you think it's fundamentally fantastic. It does look like it, at least for the time being. The falling knife may have been caught. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Hope so. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have enough conviction yet to start a position. I'm gonna wait and see how next week looks.
Peter's asking for SELB, SELB.
I have three of them that I get confused between: SELB, SESN, and SEEL. I owned all three of them at one time, and they're in my watch list. This looks, I don't know what it is. It doesn't look good.
Looks like, yeah, it doesn't look like Monday's going to be good anyway.
Does not look too good, right? Doesn't look too good to me.
So what you thinking, Pete?
Off the chart, not that great. Nothing to write home about here.
Right. Okay. Would it be worth talking about Athersys and CVM these days, or is that old news?
We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. This one, I don't know the fundamentals, but if Pete is talking about it, there must be very good fundamentals.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something going on. He hasn't told us yet.
It's just the chart doesn't, excite me. Very few biotech stocks charts excite me these days.
These days.
What else?
ALBO, I think, had a decent day.
Yeah, it did.
It was up today.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this one for the next few months.
In fact, it gapped up, which is very good. Was there news?
No news in particular. I mean, they had earnings, but I mean, there wasn't anything earth-shattering. It's just all leading up to this PDUFA in July. That's really what it's going to be.
Yeah, And it's another one that looked like it was in virtual free fall. So that's a good recovery today.
Hmm.
This one, at least, compared to like some of the other charts I'm looking at least it had it. So it showed some signs of life and some signs of basing.
Yep.
Right here. So it went down to support and bounced up. So this chart actually looks decent. Where we're not going to find too many biotech charts that look decent, I suspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I added to this today.
Did you? Yeah, it's probably a small move.
Just a nibble, nothing crazy.
This is one that looks pretty decent. It stopped pretty much where it's supposed to. Bounced off of the gap open off of the turnaround day yesterday. So 2 good days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Volume picked up a touch today. The key is can it keep on? Can it take out? Can it get past resistance at the 50? That's the key.
Yeah. I think you're going to start to see that closer and closer to PDUFA imminency.
And this is a very key turning point up here. Very, very key.
Mm-hmm.
If it takes out 38.30 or whatever it is, it could run.
Right.
Yep.
That's really a very key number, 38.30. So this is one to definitely keep your eyes on, at least one eye on it.
Right.
Not both.
That's my full attention.
Yeah, well.
This one, I couldn't stand the heat, so I got out of the kitchen on this one.
Which one is that? Oh, StockX.
STP.
Yeah, I know. I'm still in that one.
But
yeah, you're right. It wasn't a fun ride. It's not been a fun ride.
Jake alerted us to it, I think,
about 2 weeks ago.
A week ago, around a week ago.
I think he said he added more, right, today?
Well, I bought it.
It's showing nibble signs.
$33, I think I paid for it, something like that.
Right.
Got out of it today and yesterday. So I'm completely out of it now. And do I get back in? Probably. Maybe. I mean, yesterday was actually a very good turnaround candle. It is an engulfing candle, a very big engulfing candle off of a very big red candle the day before. It's in a downward trend. It is a typical bullish engulfing. So off of that engulfing, on average, you're going to get a 3-day run. We didn't get much the first day. So let's see if we get something Monday and Tuesday of next week. It is one to watch. So we have 2 to watch. Whatever this symbol is.
STPK.
STPK and
Albo.
Alpo door company.
Albo.
Yeah. So we got 2 to watch.
Why don't we go to Athesis now, and then we'll do Mankind?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you want to get me sick. That's why you want to go.
I know. Well, I mean, why should I be the only one?
Well, we're leading you up to end on the high note. We're getting all these out of the way.
All those great blue chips that you've been.
Yeah, we're gonna plot like waste management last or something.
Waste management, is that good? Did it have goodness?
I don't know. I just whenever the market is boring, and that's just the poster child I use. Waste management.
This is
we
so
have
sad.
a very yucky chart is what we have.
Yeah. Again, you're gonna use those technical terms like yucky po.
Oh man, it didn't take these out.
No. That's support until it isn't.
Right.
I think we may test that area.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Why would I be surprised if we didn't test? I'd be surprised if we didn't test it.
Yeah. Well, we're getting real close to it.
Yeah, I know. We were like finally starting to make money on this guy, and I got spoiled. I was waiting.
Oh. What a hit.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit of recovery sign. This is definitely nibble.
20% off the table today. I said, the heck with it. I'm taking money off the table, put it in the stock that knows how to go up.
And which one's that?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
Yeah, we're waiting for Godot.
I'll let you know when I find out.
Okay.
None of Kathy Wood's stocks. Cross them all off.
All right. Well,
Every one of them are getting clobbered.
indeed. Yeah. Well, my workhouse and my ride are not happy. So, did you want to do another depressing one? Or you want to do something a little bit more happy?
Whatever you like.
Let's do Mankind then.
Okay. I did not sell my Mankind. I didn't add to it either. Yesterday's candle was very encouraging.
Mm.
Today's candle, not so much. But yesterday's candle was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hoping for a ride back to 5.
And you know what I like to buy when it pulls back to the middle. And sure enough, it did pull back to the middle.
Oh, it did, yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's the all clear to buy on this one. You know, if you dare buy any biotech, I'm not sure I like the notion of adding to any biotech right now, but this one is very tempting because it pulled back to just where I like it to pull back to, right at support as well. If you look further back in the chart. The chart remembers. Look at this support area. Look where it stopped, right at support.
Just like an elephant.
Yep, doesn't forget. So I like Mankind for whatever it's worth. I mean, offered that green candle yesterday and pulled back today. It looks like an okay spot to get in. If it runs, it could be a big run. If it breaks 407, it could be a very big run. Of course, even if it just makes 407, you're doing well. Remember we discussed this the other day on Tuesday. We talked about buying it then, playing it, looking for $4. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
On a swing, and we would have been well on our way to make that $4.
Right.
So that's playable.
Do you want to do CVM?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we're all still waiting. So it's still something that's worth talking about.
I sold some of my CVM along with the other Biotech.
Biotech. Very good.
Nobody knows what that word means, do they?
Correct. Oh,
Yeah.
Sure, everybody does.
Oh, you damn it! I thought it was a secret. Went open the window. You talk.
All right. So you've still been shaking the teacups over your BCRX and your other favorite play, VBIV. What are you thinking these days on that one?
Yeah, well, VBIV, I mean, I think VBIV right now is actually in a really nice buy point. I don't know about the chart. I haven't looked at it today, but I think what's maybe driving this biotech weakness possibly is the fact that these vaccines are getting out and people think that everything's going to go back to normal. But the thing that I'm betting on is that these variants are going to keep COVID vaccine technological advancements relevant for at least the remainder of this year. And I do think that the Gen 2 vaccines are going to be important, even if they don't completely, if they're not earth-shattering compared to the ones that are out
if
now.
If we're talking about the seasonality, like where it gets mixed in with a flu, or even where we have to take flu shots and these COVID shots going forward, then there's definitely a future. But
I mean, the thing I like about VBIV a lot, this partnership with CEPI has me bullish because they funded Novavax last year. Novavax, you saw obviously what happened to them. I'm not saying that's going to happen to VBIV, but
Novavax had a bit of a ride both ways.
Right. So I do think that once that funding potentially comes, when you get big cash infusion on a small cap bio, you can see a pretty nice move up. And so I think it's worth sticking around for that in the next couple months at the very least. I mean, if you want to stay longer, it's up to you, but I'm not cutting until at least that news.
Right. We were just talking about something else while you were away. We're waiting for your technical analysis on CVM here.
Looking at the area of support for CVM.
Yeah, I mean it's showing nibble.
It came very, very close to that support area. I'm trying to extend the line
from way back.
From here, back from 126.
From prior to
this flag formation.
Right.
So it looks like we're testing very close to testing that support level. The support level is 1518.
This looks nothing like an ABC to you at all.
No.
Okay.
But it does look like consolidation. But the thing is, it's given back too much, I think.
Okay.
Even for consolidation, call it whatever you like. It's going to come up against. It's going to come up against support. If it holds it, maybe even if it doesn't. If it comes close to the low 15s, I think it's worth buying it. Just irrespective of data. Assuming no data, assuming data is not in the picture, $15 beginning to look attractive in the 15s. So if bio has another leg down and this goes to 15 and a quarter, probably worth opening up the purse strings.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. And if not.
But then again, we do know about the data, so there's always a factor.
We just don't know what it's going to be.
Right. We don't know whether it's going to be good or bad.
Did you want to do the Fosco picks or no?
I wanted to do DraftKings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Love this one.
Well, this one gave you a buy-in right like nowish, yeah.
I bought at near the bottom today. I added.
Yeah, I got some today too, just a little bit.
Did it ever go below 60?
Yeah.
Today? Oh, it did. Okay. I was
not today. Not today.
I think it did.
Okay.
No, today it didn't go below 60.
Oh, I bought it very close to 60. Yeah, 60, 77.
Yeah, I was going to step back in.
I bought below 61.
Yeah, I'm adding to this one whenever I can.
Still higher lows.
Yeah, exactly. If you just look at this part of the picture, it's very bullish. Like you say, the higher lows. We don't want to look at the recent action because that might put it out in our minds.
That just means we have a bargain happening.
Yeah, but then if you look at the series of higher lows, they go way back. This is all, a series of higher lows from way, way back, from 15. So it's been like a rocket ship straight up. It's stopped. I'm drawing a million lines accidentally, which I don't want to do.
Well, one of them is going to be the right line.
Maybe.
Blind squirrel.
You never know.
Well, I mean, it's an innate talent that Dr. J was born with. To draw the perfect line.
Look at this beautiful trend line from all the way back.
Yeah.
Not all the way back, but from 1030. That's pretty far back, right?
And even on those bad days, you didn't go below that. That's really
It's
nice.
like 5 months of straight up. Yeah, look how many hits you got on this trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Now it's pulled away off of that trend line. If it comes back to the trend line, just buy more.
Right.
This is
Oh,
the
that was the
reason
plan. That was the plan anyway.
I just drew the recent action. It's not a very fun trend line, the recent one. It's basically a straight line down.
It's because the Final Four looks like a bust. We have to wait for baseball now.
Who are the
Everybody's bracket is busted.
how many ones are left?
How many ones? I think one.
I haven't watched a single game. I didn't fill out a bracket.
You see, and it's because you didn't watch that this stock is going down.
Yeah, that's true. I'll take full
Gonzaga
responsibility.
alive? Gonzaga?
Yeah, Gonzaga's they're the favorite, but I mean,
at this point, what about well, after my bracket got busted, I just erased it all from my head.
Okay, I won't ask.
Well, we'll wait for football.
This is one where I think you can appreciate the dip in order to buy.
Yep.
I bought today, despite the fact that it does look like a falling knife, but I think we have solid trend line support. It stopped at the 50, slightly after the 50, came back, and if it goes below the 50, we have solid trend line support here.
Yep.
Yeah. I think a lot of people, I think that 60 is going to be a magic number.
So to me, it's not a falling knife unless it breaks through that trend line.
Right, indeed. Well, you mean what, the one that you just drew, or the 9-day? I mean the 50-day.
This trend line.
Oh, okay. Well, I
yeah,
don't even think it's going to
the one that goes over back.
Then you just might as well wait.
I wonder if it goes back longer than that, but I don't want to look.
Then you would need the 50 or the 100 to hold, but yeah. I don't think that's going to happen.
This
I don't
is
think
one
that's
of
going
my favorites from before the beginning of the year.
Yep, same.
Still one of my favorites. I buy every dip I can. By the way, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. For your own due diligence, check with an advisor before acting on anything we say, and don't assume anything we say at all is accurate, because maybe we try to be, but who knows? Only the shadow knows. We make fun of mistakes because we're not professionals. It's an amateur group. We just have fun. We don't check. We're not CNBC. We don't check every word we say 5 times before we say it. And we don't read off teleprompters. Do we?
Right.
You read
and they
off
don't have that little. We have to add that little sign, just like Kramer has. Whatever Kramer says, don't listen. He's speaking for himself. Do you really?
Yeah.
Do you actually own one?
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's called an iPad.
Well,
for all that public speaking that you do, right?
Innovas?
Yeah, let's look at Innovas.
That's a good one.
People are asking for NDRA also.
Yeah, there's a couple. They're asking for, like I said, they're asking also for the
NDRA has an approval that's imminent, so I think people might be trying to play that catalyst.
Innovas is forming a nice little downward channel.
Yeah, I'm not touching this yet. I gotta wait.
What are you thinking? Are you thinking a little more downside?
It's flagging. Maybe we'll just call it a bull flag. Be very optimistic.
Might be premature, but sure.
After
do you think that with that green candle we fill in the gap?
north, then we'll definitely call it a bull flag.
Well, if we're right about bio reversing next week, then I think this is fine.
Yeah, this will be one of those.
Might be worth waiting at least a day or two, but
Well, look at the gap. They filled the gap, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Looks like it had.
It filled the gap. Maybe now we can go up. I don't love the candle today, but it's still a relative low, and it filled the gap yesterday. It might be worth nibbling, if you like to nibble.
Yeah. I bailed out of this a couple of days ago to, believe it or not, to buy more BCRX. So again, nobody should listen to what I do.
Look, if you're going
Or use it to do the opposite.
You're going from one problem to another problem.
Right. Out of the frying pan and into the fire.
Sure.
unless you like one of the fundamentals better.
Well, here's one with a very, very nice chart as well.
Here we go.
Very nice bullish chart.
Still ending on a bit of a down, right? But it did recover pretty well.
Still a nice trend line.
Mm-hmm. Certainly looks better than CVM in that respect. In terms of holding the pennant.
Definitely, the chart looks pretty good actually. Here we have a beautiful parallel upward channel. You know something? I like the chart of this, the best of all the biotechs that we've charted so far tonight. This is my favorite looking chart, for whatever it's worth. And not only that, I like it right now because it's very close to the lower end of the channel. What do you think?
Well, if we had a slightly green day on Monday, then that would be your typical nibble.
I don't know.
Just bite that little dangling piece that we have.
I think judging from this zoom.
But yeah, you're right. You got a zoom channel though. You're right.
I mean, you had
that goes way back.
Back at the beginning of the year. Back at the beginning of the year was $1. So this is a phenomenal run. Buy the pullback. Minnow lock. Take it to the bank. I like this one. At this price, it's really a good nibble. Or a good maybe you indulge yourself with this one.
Maybe you take a bigger bite than that.
Yeah.
Well,
I like this. And I wanted to look at Netflix. It had an interesting chart, I think.
Oh, didn't Viacom have a lot of stuff going on this week also?
Which one?
No, I mean you were talking about Netflix, right? We were talking about all the content. And Viacom did something weird this week, if I remember correctly. I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, this one has a series of higher lows going back a ways. Higher lows. I think that's a higher low. And higher low today. At the same time, it has a series of lower highs going back not quite as long, but come down.
If you go back after the recovery from COVID recovery time, you're actually going to see a pretty good high too.
Yeah.
If you go back far enough, but you're right.
Well, so we have this is a anti-COVID play, right?
Well, no, it was the whole idea was that people were staying home.
Yeah, people are not
staying home
as much, and the good weather and COVID not a factor. So that's the fundamental reason why you stay away. but it still looks attractive, hugging this 200-day moving average, which has got that upward bend to it. I'm not saying I'm jumping to buy it, but it's an interesting looking chart that could go either way. I thought it was an interesting chart. Anyway.
Sure. And anything to get us off the bios for a little while.
Yeah, anything. Well, DraftKings is not a
Yeah,
buyout.
right. Well, it's also going to lead us to all the blue chips that you want to talk about to end the show, right?
GM is not a bio.
GM is not a bio. Is what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's always worth.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Ever since it decided it was going to go on its own for the EV plays.
GM is has a phenomenal looking.
It's the candy on a stick.
The 50 is a trend line. There's support anyway. It's been support for a long time. And it bounced off the 50 yesterday. This has been on a tear. Sensational stock. It's one that you got to buy the dips. I like this one. I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How does it stack up again? How does the chart stack up against the chart of a Tesla?
Good question. But I some of the opinion out there was that eventually a lot of these other names for the EV plays are going to disappear, and it's all going to go to Volkswagen and GE and Ford. I mean GM and Ford. So
yeah, could be.
That'll be
Tesla.
One that would be one reason to not go too
Tesla
deep into
is
Churchill.
on a very long downward scheme. You want this low to hold. Very important. What is it? 539.
Is there a reason why you have a downward slope on that guy?
Yeah, I didn't draw that line.
Oh, okay.
That'll
explain it.
I
don't see the other end. That makes any kind of sense.
By accident. I swear I don't remember drawing it.
Okay.
Sometimes I put in lines by accident.
Yeah, no, I know, because by all rights, a horizontal line might even fit based on all the action way back.
Yeah. The chart of Tesla does not thrill me. I'd rather buy GM right now looking at the chart.
Now, would you call that an upside down cup and handle? I'm just asking. It's my job to ask because I'm not the technical analyst. I'm just the questioner.
I mean, it definitely looks like one if you're getting it from the... Like, if you literally flip it, yeah, it does.
Well, Dr. J says he likes his cups and handles rounder.
No, it's not the roundness part. It's bothering me. It's...
Is it the volume on the downswing being low? It's not that low, though.
I guess it kind of does look like a cup and handle. Backwards. I don't know. I can't visualize it. My three-dimensional mind is not working to me.
Well, if it is Spike, then we're going to 400.
Yeah, right. Finally be able to afford this stuff.
To me, it looks like we're going to complete the downward trend all the way down here to 379.
Wow.
It kind of scares me, this one. I don't know what it is about it, but it's a scary looking chart.
Yeah, Man's agreeing with us that it's overvalued.
Yeah. Scary. To me, it's scary. I'd rather buy GM. I feel more secure buying GM.
Now we were talking a lot about Volkswagen. I forgot what the symbol was. Is that talk over, or is that still worth talking about?
I'll chart it again.
It was VW something something something. Well, I mean, if Pete's still on, he'll let us know.
Yeah,
We're getting a request for Roblox also.
let's do that one because we haven't never done that.
Yeah. Okay.
Symbol.
Ah.
I don't know if you just type in Roblox, ROBL. Yeah, there you go, RBL.
RBL.
Not familiar with this one.
Well, if you're 9 years old, you would be. Isn't every 9-year-old kid in the world playing it? Or
Is that what that is?
7-year-old kid or whatever.
This came out of an IPO instead of a SPAC.
I don't know what it had.
I don't know how you're supposed to chart this. I don't know why you would chart this.
If you have a 7-year-old in the house, you just buy it.
Right. They're going to get your money anyway. You might as well make some back.
You got to own it before you know it.
This one you buy simply because every kid in the world is playing it. You know, you can play a game of 3-dimensional chess on Roblox with a live opponent.
Oh, really?
My 7-year-old grandson, I saw him playing chess on Roblox. I couldn't believe it.
Well, then I guess
I think it's a phenomenal game, but I don't know if it's worth $70.
What's the market cap? Whatever. I'll look at it later.
Yeah.
We're back at Tesla.
Back at Tesla.
Did we do enough?
Maybe
Linda
end with like
did...
end with a pretty one. What did well today? Trying to think.
Linda asked if we did CTIC yet.
I got disgusted with CTIC. I sold about 25%.
Did you?
Spare us VBIV today.
I sold a little VBIV too. I really trimmed.
Oh, you just wow. Okay.
I trimmed a little elbow. I trimmed a little not Roblox, a little everything. I took off the top everything. So not almost everything. I didn't trim DMTK, which I probably should have.
You know, Dr. J, somewhere going forward, we should really talk about some generalities about, cutting losses instead of just grabbing gains, especially these weeks.
That's it. I think looking at my portfolio, I went defensive. I said, I have to go back to like 28, 30% cash. And I cut whatever I had to get there. Because
so you're not shy about taking losses when you have to.
I don't consider them losses. I don't look losses, gains. It's all the same. It's my money that I have now.
Gotcha. Well, that's actually a great attitude. Because
but that's an important point to bring up because I think people get married to stocks and refuse to cut losses, and that's like a psychological phenomenon.
What's the difference if my money is in a company that I lost 50% in, or in a company I'm up 80% in? What's the difference? It's still my money.
Yeah, but people need to train their mind to think that way is my whole point. So it's important to bring it up.
That's why I thought it was worth discussing. Also, when we just talked about that upside down cup and handle, the whole idea was like if there's a value of looking at a stock, I think there might even be a value of looking at the inverse of it, just
Linda,
to see what the inverse says.
To answer your question, I love this. I love the fundamentals of this company, but I don't like the chart. So I wanted to call them up today, but I got too busy. I really would like to talk.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Now, so you're not seeing this as a nibble?
Maybe. I mean, just because I sold some doesn't mean I'm not going to buy it on Monday. You know what I mean?
Good point.
All right, so we ended with an interesting one.
We certainly did. Did you want to do one of your either your Apple or your Netflix or anything like that? I mean, your Amazon. Oh, I must have missed that. Coming in late.
Amazon, I tell you, all the fangs were so-so today. So nothing to look at, really.
Okay.
I don't think. I could look at it, take a quick peek at Amazon, but
No. Well, we have the hour. We're at the hour and 10 mark. So
an hour and 10 is enough.
yeah, I'd say. Let's wish everybody a really nice weekend.
Happy holidays.
And happy holidays.
I learned how to say goodbye in Korean.
Yeah, I think you said it last time.
Yeah, so that I added that to my repertoire.
You gave me homework to do it in Cantonese, and I still haven't done that homework yet.
Oh yeah, I gave you homework and you didn't do it.
Yeah, well, if my students don't do homework, why should I?
Yeah. As Man points out, cash
Cash is also a position.
is also a position.
Smart man.
In fact, it's a strong position. It's kind of like in backgammon when you control the cube. It's very strong. It's strong. Okay, so that's
all right, everybody.
I wish you all happy trading and profitable trading, and I'll see you all next week. Have a great weekend. Spring break is upon us.
Indeed.
Stay COVID free.
Yes, please be careful out there.
Au revoir, arrivederci, Avigazain, sayonara, what else?
Zaisen Pesach.
Anyang, happy Passover, Chag Sameach,
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
What language is that?
Toodaloo. That's LA talk.
I don't know.
Toodaloo is LA talk. Hasta la vista.
All right, bye all.
All right, see you guys.